Welcome to Gulf South Outdoors. Blue water fishing for big game is just one of my passions. One thing that adds a twist is tournament fishing. Big game tournaments range from the small local club events that cost maybe a few $100s to enter and in which the winner may walk away with enough prize money to cover expenses, to the big tournaments. These big events, like the Mississippi Billfish Classic, Emerald Coast Blue Marlin Classic, and the Blue Marlin Grand Championship of the Gulf, can have prize money of up to $1 million or more. Of course, the entry fee in Calcutta can run many tens of thousands of dollars. I've always enjoyed fishing the smaller club tournaments where you fish against friends and the main thing at stake is bragging rights. This week we join the Southern Miss team fishing the Mississippi Gulf Coast Big Game Club Fall Tournament. Captain Alex, who is now running the Southern Miss, has been big game fishing for quite some time. As always, one key part of fishing these tournaments is strategy. Do you fish the rigs of the Southwest, or do you run to the east and fish structure? Where are the current rips? What does the satellite imagery look like? Should you order a Roffers report? Here's Captain Alex to brief us.
My name is Philip Ward. I'm from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. This is actually my first tournament. As a matter of fact, this will be my first experience saltwater fishing.
Alex had found a beautiful current rip. Catching dolphin with light tackle along a weed line like that is one of my favorite types of fishing. It's the exact type of spot, though, where blue marlin work.
So we made our way to the weed line, and that's where I had an opportunity to take a little extra time fishing, and that's where I caught my mahi-mahi.
Get ready for the gap shot, it's coming at us.
Man, I had a blast. It's an amazing experience. It was my first time doing it. I had no idea how much fun this was. It was awesome.
While they did find lots of chicken dolphin, what they really wanted was something quite a bit bigger. We'll be right back. Finally, they were hooked up, but was it the blue marlin they were after?
name's David Harris. I'm a angler from Biloxi, Mississippi, on the team Southern Miss for the 2017 Mississippi Gulf Coast Big Game Fishing Club Fall Tournament. So we hook up to this fish, and I get in a chair and I start reeling and reeling and reeling, and my arm is getting sore, and I'm reeling as fast as I can, and you know, it starts getting sore, and you start to move your body, and you got to take a break for a little while, and the boat captain's moving the boat, and your adrenaline's running, things are going crazy, everybody's yelling, everybody's trying to get the fish in the boat, and it is a fantastically awesome experience, and you just it's adrenaline filled, and while you're in the chair, you're moving the chair, and I was reeling, and I'm reeling, and I'm reeling, and I'm reeling, and everybody's yelling, and everybody's getting excited, and then you're telling somebody to get on the gaff, and they get on the gaff, and you tell them, get the gaff, and here he goes, he gaffs the fish, and he puts the fish in the boat, and then everything's over, and everybody's relaxed, and everybody's high five, and everybody's all excited because it's a big fish.
Well, it was a nice tuna, which might put them on the board, but not the marlin they wanted. Would they find it? Stay tuned. Welcome back to Gulf South Outdoors. These tournaments are all about points, and marlin is what it takes to get the big points. They'd found a nice current rip, had good water, chicken dolphin, and even tuna on the boat, but a blue marlin was still what they were gunning for. And then it happened.
My name's Kenny Woodard. I'm from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And this weekend I'll be fishing aboard the Southern Miss. We hooked up on a nice blue marlin. She made her initial run and got it, and I was fortunate enough that it was my time to be in the chair. We had an hour and 20-minute battle where she got close to a rig a few times, she got close to a drill ship a few times, and we got her away, and after about an hour and 20-minute fight, back and forth, we finally got her to the boat, got a tag in her, got it all documented on video, and made the release where she could live to fight again another day.
So the Southern Miss crew ended up taking second place in the billfish category, as well as second place tuna. The Heads and Tails crew took first place billfish and top boat, catching 2 blue marlin during the tournament. Good weather, a great catch, and a pretty good trip for all.
Stay tuned to GSO because when we return, it's time for our clip of the week.
There was 3.
great clip. Remember to submit yours. Send it to gulfsouthoutdoors@gmail.com. When we return, we head out to Bay St. Louis for a little hook it and cook it.
Today we're going to do some yellowtail snapper. We use that on sandwiches, we use it on tacos, we use it by itself on a plate with maybe a salsa or a homemade guacamole. But our deal here is we focus on the freshness of the food. We don't buy processed frozen foods. We don't buy things that have 120-day shelf lives. We just don't believe in that. And it shows. Our customers have really been loyal to the concept and the idea since we've been open. And we hope you enjoy what you see.
Got our snapper. I've got all the ingredients out, which is going to make our, we've got our broccoli slaw, and then we're going to do a roasted poblano pico with it, on top of it, fresh cilantro, all that fun stuff.
Fish. Our fish here, we like to focus on the quality of the fish. We have several different methods that we use when we prepare our fish. Today we're going to do some yellowtail snapper. We use that on sandwiches, we use it on tacos, we use it by itself on a plate with maybe a salsa or a homemade guacamole. Yeah, man, we opened Bay St. Louis in May of 2013. We've added Biloxi Beach at Harrah's Casino this year, and Slidell as well. So it's been a busy year for us, but the Blind Tiger brand now stretches from Biloxi, Mississippi to Slidell, Louisiana, and fresh specials and fresh food on the chalkboards daily. Yes, all of our locations, Biloxi, Bay St. Louis, and Slidell, are on the water, boat accessible, and we also promote You Catch It, Let Us Cook It. All three of my locations have local charter fishermen that have tourists here, and we love to cook the fish that they catch. So it's not uncommon. We'll have maybe 4 or 5 tables on a Friday night show up with fish that they just caught, whether it be in Lake Pontchartrain, the Mississippi Sound, or at one of the barrier islands. And we love to cook it for them, and it's, you know, people that are here out of town normally don't have a kitchen in their hotel room, so they can bring it here and eat it that night. And we really enjoy doing that for people.
When frying fish, I generally use the typical egg wash. But one trick I've learned from Thomas is to dip fish fillets in Louisiana hot sauce. It provides the necessary moisture to bond the coating to the fish while adding a little extra kick and a bunch of flavor. I've caught a ton of yellowfish fishing the reef down in the Keys, but we usually fillet them much like a speckled trout. I've never butterflied them before, or even seen this done, but after watching the dish that Victor produced, you can be sure I'll be trying it soon. I met Victor back when he and Thomas owned Tigres, and he's always done an exceptional job of plating his fish, something I'm not too good at. But artistically, adding a little sauce to dip the fish in, as well as some sriracha sauce for color and even more flavor, sure makes for a better presentation.
Check this out.
Whoa!
So we were just talking about fresh. This is yellowtail snapper, whole fried yellowtail snapper with a roasted poblano black bean salsa, and that's like a homemade coleslaw.
Man, that looks great. Did you catch this?
We didn't catch those, unfortunately, but this is for everybody looking. This is the yellowtail snapper. There's nobody that can get these things around here, but we've got a guy that brings them in for us. And these are the little yellow and blue fish that swarm you, like when you're snorkeling down in South Florida or in the Bahamas or even Mexico. And they're small, but they're super tasty. Yeah, I'll be eating one for lunch. I think you're really, really gonna like them. You know, and again, these guys, they cook these, they put them in Crystal Hot sauce, like I think we've done before. Crystal Hot sauce, fish fry them real fast, pull them out. Great summertime fish.
Well, I'm having a good time. Let's kick it back to Brittany in the studio.
Well, that's all for this week. Tune in next week for another chance to find your outdoors.
Ooh.